Good morning, folks. Today is Saturday, February 3rd. And listen, I'm going to read a few of these headlines, and then I'm going to get into Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about the stock market for a few minutes, and I'm going to talk about what a wild ride it's been toward the end of this week before Friday. Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing is, I'll read a few headlines. It says, Scary Friday could lead to Scary Monday for markets. Markets hit biggest weekly loss in 2 years. Dow falls 666 points. The bear still sleeps. Defiant investors are ignoring signals warning of a market meltdown. The Dow is tanking, but why haven't the markets halted? They haven't fallen enough. After the market's terrible day, the devil is in the quarter-point details. This chart shows what tends to happen to markets after a big plunge in the Dow like this, and so on. One of the interesting parts about all this that I noticed is that the market fell 666 points. This is extremely unusual. I'm going to tell you what, 666 is a market number in the occult. It's like, and take Washington, for instance, Washington, D.C. The monument in the Washington Monument is 555 feet tall. Okay? That's a market number, too. That's a marked number. It's calculations of the number 111, like the number 333, 222, 111, 444, 555, 666. You know? Those numbers are a repeating mathematical formula. And the thing about it is that mathematical formula, probably the most important number to the occult of these numbers, is the number 666. It's the number that was referred to as the mark of the beast. Now, here's the thing. I do not think that this could possibly be coincidental, the fact that Dow fell 666 points. I think that they must have such tight control over this. To me, it's just beyond coincidence. I mean, what's the odds that in this time that they've marked 2018 on their calendar, and back in 1988 they marked it in their magazine, The Economist magazine, and that this was going to be it. And then the Dow falls 666 points. I mean, what's the odds of that actually happening? But I think that they're showing their control. They're showing their absolute control, that they have the computers under control and they can make it do whatever they want it to do. 666 points. But here's the thing. Monday, what's going to happen? Is this the big one? I guess we'll know next week. But I'll tell you what I think. I don't think this is the big one yet. I think this is the warning bell. But I think that Monday, I'll tell you, this is my opinion only. I think that Monday we're going to see a recovery in the markets, because I don't think that the bond market has moved far enough yet. I think the bond market's going to have to cross, the U.S. 10-year is going to have to cross 3% before we're going to get the big one. So I think we'll see a recovery. Now, that's my opinion only, but I'm not absolutely certain about this. This could be the big one. I'm not sure, but this is my feeling that it's not. I tend to think the bond market's going to have to go a bit higher first before we're going to get the big one. But anyway, this is definitely something to sit up and watch. Now, I said before on my show that the Wall Street, the crash in stocks, was going to come first before the crash in Bitcoin. Now, I read on the media, the mainstream media, I read quite a few articles that said Bitcoin could crash and lead to a Wall Street crash. In other words, Bitcoin will crash first, and then Wall Street will crash because Bitcoin crashed. And I said, no, that ain't going to work. It's not going to work that way. I said, it's going to work the other way around. Wall Street's going to crash, and then it'll have an effect on Bitcoin. Well, right now, Bitcoin market's open. And we're seeing a little rally in the Bitcoin price. The Bitcoin price right now on Bitstamp is $93.47. Now, it was down as low as $7,625 at its lowest point on Bitstamp. Now she's swinging upwards, and she's in an upward trend right now. Okay? I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go on the line here. I'm going to give you a little prediction of what I think. My personal opinion on all this is that if Monday we get really a Black Monday and we get a real significant drop in the markets, I think you're going to see Bitcoin is going to plunge. And I think you're going to see a reversal. In that case, I think that the fear will finally enter in. See, there's no fear right now. That's why gold and silver are languishing. They're suffering right now. There's no fear yet. But if we get a big drop Monday and going into Tuesday, a big drop, the fear is going to suddenly enter into the markets. And I think you'll start to see a reversal in gold and silver, and you'll see a reversal in the cryptocurrencies from what you're seeing now. But the cryptocurrencies right now are doing fine. They're heading upwards. Now, this tends to go along with what I think is going to happen. I think that Monday and Tuesday we're going to see an upward trend in the market again. And I think crypto is starting to take off again. So the whole thing's starting to heat up again. And I think it's going to heat up until the U.S. 10-year passes 3%. In fact, I think the U.S. 10-year is going to go past 3% all the way up to about 3.25 before we're going to run into trouble next time. I think what we're seeing right now is the first initial tremor of something much bigger that's coming. A huge crash that's coming. And this, what we just see now, is only a tremor. I think we're going to recover from this tremor. And I think the market's going to go higher than ever after this tremor's over. But I think if you ignore this tremor, you're ignoring the initial shocks of a volcano, a Krakatoa. If you know what Krakatoa was, they had warning tremors, the Krakatoa. And then when she blew, she blew. And I think that's what this thing is. This thing is a warning tremor to something much bigger, something much more evil. This way comes another couple months from now. I think this is what my feeling on it is the markets are going to start to recover next week. And they're going to go higher than ever, including Bitcoin and everything else. Right? But what's coming when the bond market gets up around 3.25, what's coming is going to come suddenly, and it's going to be much worse than this. You're going to see your 1,000-point drops. It's going to be your deflationary event, the shock that I've been talking about all along, deflationary shock event. This is what I think is coming. Now, that's my opinion. We're going to have to wait until Monday to actually see if we're going to know early this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to know if I'm right or about this, or if the markets are going to continue to fall. And I'm going to tell you honestly, I don't really know for sure which way it's going to go. I know that I'm anxious to see myself Monday. I really am. I'm really anxious to see myself what's going to happen with this. Because this could be it. I'm not sure this isn't it. Especially when I see that mark of the beast on it, 666. I'm like, oh boy, do they ever have control over these markets that they can stop it right on 666? I have to laugh about this. I mean, I just can't see that possibly being a coincidental thing that happened. Okay, listen, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we're going to keep our eye on this Monday morning. Bye for now.